You're listening to Materials Business, the podcast where engineering, leadership, and innovation meet diversity and inclusion. Hosted by Monica Hernandez, engineer, entrepreneur, and industry advocate. When we embrace different perspectives, we create stronger industries, smarter solutions, and lasting impact. Now, let's dive in.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when are you watching us. And thank you for being part of the Material Business family. My name is Monica Hernandez, and I'm your host. And I have a really nice guest with me today. She was the winner of this year's Corrosion Awareness Day prize, and she's an amazing participant, collaborant. But we're going to talk about various things in others. We're going to talk about difficulties and how that makes you grow. We're going to talk about how little achievements can be perceived as little, but they're huge and they have a huge impact on yourself. We're going to highlight women in Sudan and what they are going, and despite everything that's had happened. So, and all through corrosion and asset integrity. So stay tuned because we're going to get here. Eslam, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much and good evening. It's almost night here, and welcome all to the podcast. Nice to be with you all.
Thank you so much. Eslam, tell us about you. Who are you?
My name is Eslam Mahmoud Yassin, and I am from Sudan. I am asset integrity engineer. I have overall 10 years experience in oil and gas industry, including 8 years in asset integrity. In specialty that I am very passionate about. It's my story is not unique, but I think most of us need to hear it every once in a while. It may have, you can say, a value to be added to others. I'm here. I'm glad to share it with you.
Thank you. Thank you for your passion.
I am a mother. Okay. I am a mother of 3 kids who are now like teenagers. So yeah, we have struggle in that side.
You have your hands full.
Yeah, very much.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming. And one thing that you've said is important. First of all, it's important to talk about our journeys, not only because there might be someone listening to this podcast that is a girl and is in Sudan, and she's asking herself, is engineering really for me? Can I do something in that area? And then they see you and the immediate answer is like, oh, if Eslam was able to do it, maybe I can do it. So representation is hugely important. That is one of the biggest portions of our podcast, is bringing people from all over the world. So we have representation in both females and males, and telling anyone that everything can happen if you really work for it. So that's very important.
Yeah.
So let's start. Go ahead.
I absolutely agree with you that everyone, either is a man, is a woman, and all ages are capable of doing what they want to do. I'm just would like to reflect my journey, and you can be related to it. I am originally electrical engineer who graduated as electrical engineer, very proud electrical engineer, but not very much loving electrical engineering. And yeah. Yeah. That is a fact. And we have this pioneer company in Sudan, which is the first petroleum operating company in Sudan. they announce interviews. They want to accept the engineers and apply it. I got accepted as the only female engineer among other nine electrical engineers. I started the work like, wow, this big company, this huge tower, you know, very excited. But soon that excitement vanished because uh, there is no position available. There was some sort of disturbance in the company. They changing management, changing policies, and so the years went by, and no role for me. I even had my master's in electrical engineering at that time, waiting for the position. Then, as a department offered me, you might join us, Islam. They had this supply chain department and the HSE department and the planning section within the production department. They all offered me to join them. Uh, but no, I didn't still feel like I wanted to do that. Will I sacrifice the years and the master and the all this study of electrical engineering? Will I abandon that? No. I will wait. I will have a position. I will have a position. Then I found myself placed as a corrosion and inspection engineer. And yeah, that is sound interesting. Yeah. Corrosion and there is cathodic protection is related to electrical engineers. Yeah, I will settle with that. It's a permanent position. It will be fine. And but it wasn't about cathodic protection only. There was a huge task behind this. There is RBI, there is fitness for service, there is monitoring, there is damage mechanism, there is a whole world. Yeah, I had no clue about it. So and for your record, there was no senior staff. I was the only one at the office. Yeah.
Wow.
But we had a joint project RBI, risk-based inspection, with a sister company. I went there and there was a meeting with a DMV about software. And yeah, that meeting was like a lot of information. It's like API. It's like there is a standard. There is 580, 581. Wow. I memorized these words and went to my desk, Google these words. Yeah, as I imagined, there is a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. And from that moment, I start collecting data, studying, uh, going through meeting, introducing to other people in the field, trying to get connection, try to get information. And here I am after 8 years. I have 5 ABI certificates and yeah, I established myself in the industry. What I want to say is success is not a straight line forward. You have to be open. You have to be open. You may lock yourself from opportunities that is way better for you. Way better for you. You just have to feel little connection with the upcoming project to be released into it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't say I will hold on to my previous studies. I will hold on to my master certificate. No. You can develop. You can change. You can define yourself. You can challenge yourself. You can accomplish more and more. Just if you give yourself a chance to see beyond the opportunities. Don't lock yourself. The life is not a straight line. Life is very complex. You just let yourself go with the flow. Sometimes the flow will bring better and much better opportunities. Don't be afraid. I myself studied electrical engineering and even have my master in electrical engineering, but I never felt related to it. And now I have this new major, asset integrity, which is basically my life. I can spend countless hours just reading and studying in the books, in the standards, try to find where the information, how you can interpret the formation and the information. Yeah, it's
That's
life changing.
amazing.
It's life
It
changing.
is. It is. And you have said a couple of things that I want to highlight here. Um, Perseverance, that's one of them. And then curiosity. So you heard those words and then that sparked your curiosity. And then you went on and look for it. And look at you, you have 5 API certifications. Kudos. That's really good.
Yeah,
So, so that is, if there is someone listening to this podcast and then they are like, should I do that? The only way to know it is if you actually do it. Because if you keep imagining what is going to be, if you would have kept imagining what is going to be, you would not have your 5 API certifications. You will not be passionate about reading asset integrity things. So it is that message of go for it. Don't lock yourself into something and then try new things, basically. Who knows, like you said, perhaps you will be happily surprised
yeah, yeah.
on the results that you get. So that's really good. And that gets me to my next question. There are many people in this industry, either the corrosion industry or the asset integrity industry, that lock themselves into, I am the corrosion engineer, I don't do RBI. Or I am the asset integrity engineer, I don't know the mechanism. And you said something about the correlation between asset integrity and corrosion. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. It is a interconnected concept. It's all. I think it's all. Why we do asset integrity, because there is a certain damage mechanism uh, working or existing in our equipment that we need to protect. Then I think the first step is identify those damage mechanisms, which is corrosion. We need to understand the corrosion. We need how to control the corrosion, and understanding corrosion and controlling and monitoring corrosion. It's actually big field, because it includes material, it includes medium, it includes uh, devices used for monitoring, and then the output of this will be integrated with the construction codes that calculate the strength and calculate the remaining life and so on, to maintain the mechanical integrity of your field. Then I think the understanding of the damage mechanism is the first step. But I think we all can work together to deliver something
Uh,
useful. Yeah, to deliver something useful. Yeah.
that is a theme that comes very often in the podcast. I think everyone that has come has agreed on the point of collaboration and how this makes our teams, our facilities better managed. We are better leaders. We have better companies if we collaborate and if we are open to listen to other people's perspectives, even if they're not from this field. Like The things that I have learned from others that are not in integrity, that are not even in engineering, right? Uh, are incredible because they have a fresh eyes to a problem and they can approach it from their perspective.
And
Have you
also,
seen have
yeah,
you seen a lot of collaboration?
yeah, because the work is basically it's like the operation, the process,
Mhm, mhm.
and the maintenance and the corrosion team. They all need to work together in every stage, from the design to the construction to the in-service monitoring and to extension life studies. We all have to collaborate together. Every input is matter. Every input is important. The process engineer have their own input. The maintenance have their valuable role, and the operation, of course, the mechanic corrosion and the inspection engineer. These typically the teams that need to work together to maintain the asset integrity, to maintain the integrity of the facility. They need to collaborate all together to establish, for example, the risk-based inspection program, to the damage mechanism reviews, integrity operating windows, and so on. Or even the the fitness for service is also based on the input from all these parties. So it's definitely a collaboration.
Definitely. Wow. Thank you for highlighting it because this is something that we keep on saying, right? Sometimes we don't see it in real life, but it's very important that we keep passing on the message. We need collaboration. We need to communicate.
Yeah,
And that brings me to the next question, which is, do you have any tip? I know for technical people, it's complicated to communicate in an efficient way. So when you're in those technical meetings and as corrosion engineers, we're like, oh, the microbia, and then they are eating up your, and we are like, whoa. And then the maintenance guy is like, what is she talking about? It's like they have. So I made a point of making the meetings, at least the ones that I deliver, fun and less of a problem for people that don't are not as excited as us to hear about the microbia that is eating up your steel. So is there any tip that has worked for you, or that you have seen working to communicate as technical people?
yeah. Actually, you have to make it sound very worse so they will pay
Oh.
attention. Yeah. you, you need to make it very important. If you skip this, if you don't pay attention to this, that maximum risk will happen. Then we'll pay attention and will start listening to you, and usually people will listen to you if you present logical explanation. You refer to standard. You talk about from profound standard. Uh, of course, if you talk nicely, they will start listening to you. Definitely.
Amazing. So listen to it. Talk nicely, bring up your consequences first, and then the logical
Yeah.
background
You have to
included.
hook them. You have to make them wow. If that might happen, we
I
will.
want to
The
listen to you
management
now.
will do so and so. Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's a really good tip. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about let's talk about a little on the women in Sudan and what is happening there, and what has been the trend since everything that happened, and what is that state of right now? Like, what is it from your point of view? You're originally from Sudan, so what is happening there?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for bringing this point. I really appreciate. Actually, Sudan is going through war for the past. We are now approaching the third year. It's like the forgotten tragedy in the world. Sudan is suffering from the the biggest displacement in the world right now. The massive the number of people has been displaced is massive. There is a hunger and there is all sort of crisis. But as you brought the point related to women, I want to praise women in my country for their leading roles in this crisis. I have seen women step out from their comfort zone and make a bold decision, while men, uh, I think, didn't process what is going on very quickly. They just stood frozen, making short-term solution. But women uh, really made like life-saving decision. Some women had to go abroad searching for work without any connection in other countries, without support in other countries, and they nailed it. And now most of the families in Sudan are provided and supported by female who are stepped out of their comfort zone and sacrificed their uh, their life to go for work in other countries. So uh, my hat is off for these women.
Amazing. And that's a huge tribute that you have just done.
Yeah.
It's like highlighting the importance of saying, who's gonna do it? Like, I need to do it because I will not just stay here and do nothing. And they took it in their hands and then went away, and now they are founding, like they found their space, and then now they are the ones that are providing. So huge
Yeah.
respect for
and
those strong women.
even the women inside the Sudan are now providing the connection for the rest of the family, fathers, sibling, children, related relative, even the distant relative, uh, uh, like a huge umbrella. Women are playing very important role in this crisis to just comfort your children. Is not something easy. I witnessed right now. I'm not in Sudan, but I witnessed the first months of the war in Sudan, which was very frightened. It was one of the most dreadful experience I ever went through, getting myself and my children out from Khartoum, where I used to live, to my hometown, which is in the north. Uh, at that time, my husband wasn't with us. He works outside. Me and my three children and my brother and my sister. We, after like a week under the massive bombarding and the guns and the bullet here and there, we decide now we need to back to go out to my hometown. Mainly because there is no electricity and no internet connection and no water and no stores are open, no bread, no sugar, no fundamental of life. So we made this decision to go. The night that we make that decision, I couldn't sleep because every time I tried to close my eyes, I just imagine that my we will because Khartoum is like 3 towns connected together. We have to go from one town to another through bridge, and then go take a bus to my hometown. This is a long way, very, very long. And I just keep imagining that we will end up like getting fired, and the kids will be freaking out, and they will start running all direction and will not be able to call them or to hold them. They will be running in all direction. This is my biggest fear. That was my biggest fear. I remember we didn't back a lot. I myself, I didn't back something. I ask each one of them, back something you love. Of course, my kids, my boy backs the PlayStation, and my girl had her accessories and books, and the youngest were very young at that time. And my sister has this cat. She adopted when she come to me. When she stayed with me, and uh, my brother has nothing. So we went with this cat in a car box. The cat tried to get out, and we went to the bus stop to take the bus from our neighbor to the other side of the city, and then to take the bus from the other side to my hometown. This part was the most difficult part, because there is no transportation, no cash, as well. We have very limited amount of cash, and no bank transfer, as there is no internet connection. So we went, and luckily we find something to take us to other part. We have been stopped by several personnel on the way, asking to open the suitcase and maybe look at the phones, and if something weird, if we are carrying something, and the cat keep shining up. Every time we stop, the cat will will be annoyed. What is going on? And thank God we arrived to the bus station, the final destination. At that exact moment when we arrived, there were a bullet everywhere. There is a bullet everywhere. It was very, very, very bad situation. But no casualties, no injuries. We get on the bus. After it was summer, and summer in Sudan, the heat, the weather will be maybe 40, 41, 42 degrees Celsius. Yeah. And we get on this bus, of course, because the lack of diesel, the lack of fuel, there is no air conditioner. We took the bus to my hometown for like six hours, and we arrived there safe and sound. But not everyone could make it out of Khartoum. Some stayed, some some even died from hunger. Some died from diseases. It wasn't good situation, and it's still going on. This is the third year, and we hope it will end soon.
Definitely. Well, I don't know. There are some times that you don't know what to say, and I am in that moment right now. It's like Wow, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
imagining everything that you had to go through with your kids. It puts a reality into our audience, right? It is like sometimes we have it, we take life for granted, and we are in the commodity of the air conditioning or going into our office, or and then people like you that have gone through this huge life-changing situation, it really, you guys see life in a different perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Very different. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, before
and
war,
that is it's something that is, yeah, it's important to highlight.
for example, for me, before war, I used to be this very productive person. I need to have like achievement every once in a while. I told you in like for my ABI certificate, I put a schedule to make them in short period of time. Through the difficulties of payment in Sudan, through difficulties of there is no test center in Sudan. I have to have the test online, and the internet connection went bad 2 times, and the exam has been terminated. Yeah, yeah, and through everything I made for myself a schedule that I will be very productive person. uh After the war, things change. I'm not used to be in either situation. I'm not used to be like there is nothing to do. There is no goal to achieve. But I went through a difficult time to accept that. Well, what to do now? Because with the limitation of your financial resources, uh, will put will make you observe your expansion. You will not be like taking exams, having new certificates, going to having courses, and so on. You have limited financial resources. You have work back home. You have responsibilities. You have kids at schools. For with all these things, I cut down my achievement that I used to do. I used to be very, very active. I never been afraid from exam. I never been afraid from any experience. I just go, 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 go. Never, nothing has stopped me. And now, at the start of the war, um, I find it hard to accept myself in this position. But later, I see that not every achievement should be like loud achievement. Not every achievement should be like to be advertised, or to be uh, need to be congratulated about, or people will celebrate it. There is a small achievement within yourself, to be connected to yourself, to be able to enjoy the little thing in life, to understand yourself more, to be bonded to yourself more. This little achievement is very, very matters. People should pay attention to this achievement. Not every achievement should be very loud. You have to give yourself a break from the loud achievement and try to focus on small achievement, because life is like they all complement each other. This professional achievement and personal achievement, they're all interconnected together.
Totally. And that is something that we try to highlight in the podcast a lot. The fact that behind that corrosion engineer, behind that asset integrity professional, behind that leader, there is a human that is living and is having good days and bad days and struggles, and how we can make that journey easier, not only on us, but on everyone that surrounds us. So Islam, it's been an amazing time with you. I told you, I will tell you, it's almost time, and that now is that time. So there is two more questions that I want to ask you. The first one is, what is your message for our audience?
Hmm. The message for the audience, as a human being, uh, give yourself a break and connect with yourself. But your audience, as asset integrity or corrosion or material engineer, go and study. Go and study. You will enjoy it very much. I will tell you, I have never met anyone in this field who is not passionate about asset integrity. Everyone I met in this field is like, wow, there is a this code and there is that code and there is this standard and that is a standard, and it's really fascinating. So go and enjoy your time, study, and yeah, interpret the data and do your work.
Amazing. I will say also that we don't have to define ourselves only by our technical achievements. And that is kind of the message hitting what you're saying. Like, we can be excellent at the technical, but we can also start to connect with our inner side. So when is that I need to breathe? When is that I need to go out and do a walk? When is that I need to, journal? Whatever works for you, uh,
Yeah,
do
balance.
it,
Yeah, balance.
because there is no other time to do it.
Yeah. Balance is a right word to describe your life. You need to have balance in all aspect of your life. Don't focus in one area and ignore the other area. We all human. We are not meant to work 24/7 a day, 24/7. We have work and play and enjoy. You have family, you have relative, you have children, you have yourself.
Absolutely. That's a huge message. Thank you, Islam. The last question I want to ask is, why do you think people need to listen to the Material Business podcast?
uh, I actually I will tell why I start listening to your podcast.
Okay.
When I come to your podcast and your page, it was about empowering women. The first post I have read to you, that there is this young man, you are helping him. That inspired me, that someone is helping someone in this area, where in this time where I got kicked out from my home by other people. I lost hope in human race, that there is still people trying to help other people like you, for example. That what hooked me. Then I started to follow you more, and I noticed that you participate in like talk shows and campaign and empowering women. That is really fascinating. I myself will try to be helping other people even more, because world need uh, people to uh, spread the good word, not to be self-focused, self-centered. And when you start listening to your podcast, it's not totally about technical aspect. It's uh, it's interconnected. You can find everything. Just listen to the whole thing to the end, and you will find the message.
You've been the first guest that makes me cry.
I, I, I don't want you to cry. You
No,
should be
no, no,
proud of
cry.
yourself. Yeah, I
Listen,
know. I know the
for
tear of joy.
everyone, for everyone listening, crying is not bad. Like, for many years, I was like, I won't cry because I am the leader. I am the mom. You put yourself into some, and you need to cry because how else are you going to release emotions? And it's just later in my life that I realized how important it is to cry. So thank you for bringing those tears of joy. I really understand every word that you said. I really understood being an immigrant myself and leaving my country as a young person, and like facing all of the things that we have to face when we are in a different country, but also being that one person that left and then everyone is looking up to you and you're like, I can't fail them, because that is what they put you in your head, right? So it is, I guess, one of those things that come with the experience, I guess, and then being at the other side and then realizing what is important, what is not. But making it in a way that we can highlight people like you that are doing great things, that behind that technical expertise and all those achievements on the professional side have a story that is really important. And again, representation, right? So if there is anyone that is in their home countries, whatever name of the country is, like there is so many bad places to be at the moment,
Yeah.
or places that are going through difficulties. And if there is someone listening to that, because we have listeners all over the world, then you know that there is options, you know that there is hope, and you know that there are people that want to help people and that they are passionate about it. So that is what brought my tears. It wasn't anything else. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate every word you have said. And
Amazing.
I really enjoyed my time talking to you.
I did too. I did. And I bet our audience will love it too. So stay tuned because we have a really cool next episode. Reach out and send this episode to anyone that you think will benefit from
Please.
listening.
Yeah, of course, of course. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Eslam, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Materials Business Podcast. Feel free to visit infinitygrowth.ca to see show notes and explore other episodes. If there's someone you think should hear this episode, please share with them. Take care of yourself and have a great rest of your day.